Christopher Nolan has done it again, but maybe not in the way I expected. I genuinely think The Odyssey is his most visually stunning film to date. And that's saying something when you're talking about the director of Interstellar, Inception, and Oppenheimer. Halfway through his film, I thought, I wish I could just sit back and screenshot every single frame and hang it in my flat. Honestly, hang it in the Louvre. It's so stunning, this whole film. This is epic filmmaking on a scale we just don't get very often anymore, really. Every frame feels meticulously crafted. Every location feels enormous. Every sequence feels like it was designed for the biggest screen possible. And then there are the set pieces. The Cyclops sequence, OMG, absolutely insane. It's intense, unpredictable, and one of the most immersive action sequences Nolan has ever directed. Then there's this siren sequence, which somehow manages to be both haunting and breathtaking at the same time. These aren't just action scenes, they're these cinematic experiences that are just so rare and beautiful. The performances, but for one, are also phenomenal. Matt Damon delivers what I honestly think is one of the best performances of his career. He completely disappears into the role. He carries the emotional weight of the film brilliantly. And Hathaway is another one, excellent throughout, but there's one scene in particular, you'll know it when you see it. Package it up, send it to the Oscars, it is absolutely brilliant. Robert Pattinson, though, completely caught me off guard. I knew he was a great actor, but I genuinely didn't expect him to be this good. He is charismatic, he is funny, emotionally grounded, and steals almost every single scene that he is in. For me, he was the biggest surprise of the film. John Leguizamo doesn't have loads of screen time, but he absolutely makes every minute count. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the Best Supporting Actor conversation come Oscar season. And Samantha Morton, if there's any justice, she'll be in the Best Supporting Actress conversation too. Now, I did say there was one exception, Tom Holland. Now, Tom Holland, let me be clear, Tom Holland isn't bad in this film. In fact, he's perfectly good. There's just one problem. The problem is that everyone else around him is operating on a different level, like at 110%. Meanwhile, he's at like 85%. So suddenly he feels much weaker than he actually is. Whenever Tom Holland shares a screen with Damon, Hathaway, or Pattinson, you can almost feel him being outgunned. It felt like I was watching an actor who wasn't quite as confident as everyone else around him. And I don't think that's because he lacks talent, far from it. I actually think Tom Holland is incredibly talented. I just wonder whether he's still figuring out what kind of roles allow him to shine the best. The right actor in the right role makes like all the difference. Now, despite everything I've said, I don't think this film is perfect. My biggest issue is actually with the structure. The first half feels quite choppy and a bit sloppy because Nolan isn't telling the story, like it's not a linear story, right? It takes a while to kind of settle into a rhythm. At times, it almost feels like you're watching individual chapters rather than following one coherent narrative. Thankfully, once you reach the third act, everything clicks into place, the emotional arcs land, the structure starts to make sense, and Nolan absolutely sticks the landing. My other criticism is that I never became quite as emotionally attached to these characters as I'd hoped. I admired them, I respected them, I was fascinated by most of these characters, but I wasn't completely emotionally immersed and invested in them. For me, that's probably one of the things stopping this from reaching the very top of Nolan's filmography. Having said all that, this is still an astonishing achievement. I genuinely can't imagine the amount of planning, craftsmanship, collaboration it must have taken to bring this particular film to life. It's a reminder that filmmaking is a team sport. The cast, the cinematography, the production design, the people making the costumes, the visual effects, like the sound on this, oh my god, the score. Every department is working at the top of their game here, and it is so evident. Congrats to everyone involved because this is a blockbuster filmmaking operating at an incredibly high level. So yeah, I'm very impressed. Will you be watching The Odyssey? And where does it rank amongst your Nolan films so far? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious.